The night when crystal chandeliers hung majestically, reflecting golden glints into every corner of the room. The night when couture gowns rustled softly as actresses walked, and actors' black suits were tailored neatly as part of an annual ritual that had become all too familiar. Professional smiles were perfectly placed, smiles that had been practiced, repeated, and perfected by time. Everything seemed like an old formula. Safe, controlled, predictable. But the Tencent video All-Star Night 2025 did not go as planned. Amidst the glitz and glamour, there was one small moment, almost silent, but enough to make millions of hearts break at once. It was not highlighted by the main lights. It was not announced by the host. It was not accompanied by dramatic music. Just one human decision. Someone rose from their seat. Their steps were slow, unhurried, unobtrusive. The seat was left empty, as if it were nothing. Then the tall figure stopped at a certain point. They sat back down. Nearby, Zhao Lusi. And that person was Liu Yuning.
Simple, silent,
yet devastating to the emotional defenses of anyone who noticed. No announcement. No cameras deliberately chasing the moment. No grand narrative built on giant LED screens. In fact, if someone blinked too quickly, the moment would have passed them by. But for the fans, especially those who had followed the journey of these two names from the beginning, it was not just a change of seats. It was an emotional event that could not be explained by logic. Liu Yuning was not the type to seek cheap thrills. He was known as a figure who came from humble beginnings, paving his own way with quiet hard work. Her voice, hoarse, deep, full of pain, often sounds like an uncensored confession of the soul. Her presence is always calm, almost restrained, as if she knows that the entertainment world can devour anyone who is too loud. Meanwhile, Zhao Lusi is light. A warm light that makes people want to come closer. But that light is not without cracks. There is fragility there. There is fatigue that is not always visible to the camera. There is pressure neatly stored behind bright smiles and big eyes that always try to look okay. And that night, two universes that had long intersected, through their work, screen memories, and respective journeys, finally found themselves in a very close orbit. The camera captured it, or maybe the camera accidentally captured it. A small smile that appeared before they realized it. A brief glance that lasted too long to be called a coincidence. A light conversation that no microphone could pick up, yet somehow reached the screens of millions of people. They didn't laugh excessively, nor did they maintain the stiff distance of colleagues meeting for the first time. They looked comfortable. And it was precisely that comfort that was most dangerous to the hearts of the audience. In the world of entertainment, full of scripts, full of arrangements, full of camera angles and body language calculations, comfort without acting is a luxury. Something rare. Something that almost feels forbidden. And that night, that luxury was displayed for all to see. Tencent Star Night was supposed to be about trophies. About statistics. About who was the most influential, who shone the brightest, who was most deserving of being remembered this year. That night, Zhao Lusi did receive great recognition. An award that was the culmination of years of hard work, years of pressure, and tears that not everyone knew when they fell. When his name was called, there was a slight tremor in his shoulders. There was a glint in his eyes that he couldn't quite hold back. The emotion was real, unfiltered, unpolished. And behind the spotlight, there was another moment that was far more human. Unspoken support. When Zhao Lusi briefly lowered her head, taking a deeper breath than usual, the presence of someone nearby, without needing to touch, without needing to say a word, became an invisible anchor. Liu Yuning was there,
sitting, present, real.
Not heroic, Not dramatic, but enough. Because what the fans captured was not just two celebrities sitting side by side. They saw history. They saw the journey of characters who once lived on screen now reuniting in their real human forms, without a script, without memorized dialogue. They saw the long journey, from old projects, from rumors, from misunderstandings, from the distance created by circumstances, all condensed into one night, one row of seats, one small decision. This moment was touching because it wasn't forced, it wasn't sold, it wasn't promoted, it wasn't capitalized on. It just happened. And precisely because of that, it feels honest. Within minutes, short clips flooded the timeline. Repeated video clips. Camera angles analyzed. Seconds slowed down. Virtual tears. Capitalized screams. Broken-hearted emojis mixed with crying emojis and melting emojis. But behind all the digital madness, there was one realization that many people quietly agreed on. This wasn't about relationships. It was about feelings. About how two adults who knew each other's harsh worlds chose to be closer at the right time, in the right place, without needing to explain it to anyone. What makes this moment so memorable is not the physical closeness, but the decision behind it. Liu Yuning chose to move. She chose that seat. And in a world where every step is watched, every move analyzed, and every expression can be misinterpreted, such a small choice carries tremendous weight. There was no official clarification, no press statement, no lengthy explanation on social media, and perhaps none was needed, because some stories are not meant to be explained, only felt. Tencent Star Night 2025 will pass. The dresses will be stored back in the archive closet. The stage lights will be turned off. The trophies will gather dust on the award shelves. But that moment, the shifting of seats, the small smile, the narrowing of distance without words, will live on in memory. Not because of scandal, not because of cheap sensationalism, but because it felt real. And in an entertainment world that often feels fake, that small bit of reality can be everything.